space with you today. The question I'm asking is why lift weights? So I want to think about lifting weights like a deadlift versus things we do in normal life, picking up grandkids, picking up a wheelbarrow and doing yard work, or something like moving a couch, okay? So on one spectrum we have things we do in a gym, on the other we have real life things, and we're asking ourselves, why do we lift weights in the first place? What I have here is the resiliency spectrum. From this end, high injury risk, not doing very well, to this end, low injury risk, feeling good, moving well, low risk of injury. So I've broken it down a little bit into a few different sections. This first section is the unable section. So when I think about the dumbbell I have on the floor, okay, it's optimal. The weight is compact, there's a nice handle to it, it's easy to pick up. Okay, so here I go to pick it up, I can't move it. I'm unable to pick up the weight under optimal conditions. We don't want to be there. We're really high risk of injury. We cannot do life stuff. If we're progressing, okay, I can lift it up off the floor, okay, so it's able under optimal conditions, but I have poor technique. So when I go to lift it, I can move it, but it does not look good. I don't want that on Instagram, okay? So I can move the weight, but my risk of injury is still high. I'm not moving it really pretty. From here, I'm able under optimal conditions, and I look okay doing it, but I don't really do well under less than optimal conditions. So I can pick up my 35-pound dumbbell and really look like I'm moving that weight well, okay? But you give me a 35-pound grandkid that's flailing arms and legs and it's not this compact, nice weight, and I don't look good at all, okay? Or you ask me to pick up a wheelbarrow that's not centered very well, and again, my posture isn't there. Moving over, I'm able under optimal conditions, and I'm able to do things under less than optimal conditions, but it's just not ideal. So I can do them, but that risk of injury is still there. I'm not really capable to do repeat reps of that. In our last category, I can lift up this weight, and I can do things under less than optimal conditions, right? I can move my wheelbarrow under uneven terrain, it might be loaded awkwardly, but I can move it. So when I think about why lift weights in a gym, my answer to that is I'm gonna build resiliency and capacity through weights that are designed to be moved. This dumbbell is set up to do all sorts of different exercises, okay? And I'm gonna do these different exercises. I'm gonna do repeat sets and reps of them, so my body has the capacity to do the same sorts of things under less than ideal conditions with a low risk of injury, right? We think about the ways people get injured in life. They can't pick something up because it's not next to them, they have to lean over, right? So they're less than optimal, they're lifting something, they get hurt. They have to twist and go over something. The weight they're carrying isn't centered well, they get injured. So we're trying to lift weights in an optimal way, optimal loads, and create some capacity and some resiliency so we can do less than optimal stuff, stay safe and not get injured. That's why I think lifting weights is so powerful and helpful. Give yourself some ground to give, okay? My goal is to be as far as possible over here, so if I get sick, if I have some stress, if I'm out of the gym for a week or two, I have ground to work back before I hit that cliff edge where I'm getting close to being injured. So I want to be as far over there as possible to have ground to give. Or as I think about aging, right now I want as much capacity as possible, so as I age and there's some decline that we can't avoid, it's going to be the slowest decline possible. And we're going to try and set ourselves up super far for success on that side of the spectrum. Cool. Thanks.